Hello friends, and welcome back to our homestead. We're 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving, where we're going to be sitting at the table with our friends and family and eating some delicious dishes. And some of them are very heavy because they are comfort foods, and it's okay, it's Thanksgiving. So sometimes we're looking for something a little bit on the lighter side, right? And we're looking for something a little bit more green, something a little bit more healthy. So today I want to offer you another dish that will not make you feel guilty about your calories and about your waist. So let me show you the Thanksgiving salad that you can serve to your family that many people, if not everyone, will love, including you. So let me show you the ingredients we're gonna need. All right, so we're gonna start with lettuce, and you can use any lettuce you want. I have some romaine here, lettuce here, and you know, it really should be a preference. You can buy even a blend of different already washed and ready to use greens. It's really what you like. In my case today, I'm going to be using the romaine lettuce. And then the other ingredients that I'm going to be using are Thanksgiving themed. I'm going to be using an apple. I'm going to be putting a beautiful, this is a honey crisp apple, but you can put any apple you want. Then I have two different types of pears here, and you can use one pear or both. I'm going to be putting a little bit, just few little pieces of dates, because I think dates add a really nice flavor and it gives that little sweetness to it. I'm going to be using pomegranate seeds. They go very well in a holiday salad. To add more greens, I'm going to be using a cucumber. All right, cucumber. So this is what's going to go into the salad itself. And then the rest is for the salad dressing. So the salad dressing, let me move the stuff out. The salad dressing will need good quality olive oil, and I use extra virgin organic olive oil. I feel that that is the best thing to use for a salad. Then I'm going to be using some apple cider vinegar. I have homemade apple cider vinegar, or you guys can buy whatever apple cider vinegar you want. Then I'm going to be needing some mustard, and if whatever you want, but mine has actually a little bit of, let me see if I can zoom in, horseradish, because it's definitely going to add a little zing. Then if you like, you may use soy sauce, but in my case I have aminos, liquid aminos, because that is a good substitute as a gluten-free option for those who want to add soy sauce. But as you know, soy sauce has wheat in it. So then also we're going to be eating some pepper. I'm not going to be using salt, because guess what? This bad boy is quite salty. I'm going to be using some honey, and we have honey, a little bit left here, and it's perfect. That's going to be enough. I'm going to be putting some garlic. I have some fresh garlic. And the toppings for my salad will be nothing but sweetened dried cranberries, because it is Thanksgiving, kids. Let's not forget. And candied pecans. Whatever you want to pronounce them. Don't be upset with me. English is not my first language. But I'm going to be using some pecans. There's some also candied or glazed walnuts, they call them. Whatever you like to use, both will work very well. So these are the ingredients that are going to go into our salad. You probably have noticed that I have this lemon that's sitting here. If you watched my other videos, I made a green bean casserole, and I made artichoke casserole, and I used some lemon zest. So this is what this lemon looks like. So perfect. I saved it, and I'm going to be using it for these beautiful apples, not to turn them brown. I'm going to be using this juice to sprinkle once I'm cutting these apples. All right, so let's start cutting everything up and putting it together into the bowl for our Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm just pushing everything aside. I don't need it right now, because I'm going to start working on my lettuce first. Now these, like I said, these are my beautiful romaine lettuce, and I like to cut my romaine lettuce pretty small. So, you know, there's nothing worse than trying to eat a salad. You're all dressed up, you have this nice outfit on, and you're trying to eat a salad like a lady, and there's nothing worse than trying to eat a salad and these salad pieces are gigantic, and you're trying to cut them with your knife and a fork, and it's just sliding all over the plate. Do you know what I'm talking about? Or is it just me? So this is why, my friends, I prefer my salad cut small so I can eat it comfortably, having a fun conversation with my friends and family, and not worried about what my mouth looks like when I'm eating a salad. So what I did was I cut it much, much smaller. Okay, does that make sense? It's not gonna turn brown, it's gonna be great. So everything is going into my mixing bowl, okay? If I'm making this for a crowd of people, I most likely would have been wearing gloves, but I'm making just for my family, so no gloves here. It's also very important that all of your vegetables are nicely washed, okay? Because we don't want any bugs. If you have ever seen a little bug hiding somewhere in iceberg lettuce or in romaine lettuce, you know what I'm talking about. So everything has to be nicely washed. So I'm just gonna chop it all up, and then I'll meet you in a minute and I'll show you what I'm gonna do with these beautiful apples. Okay, so the lettuce are all here. You know, one of these days I'm going to learn how big of a container I need. I always pick too small of a bowl. All right, so now I'm gonna be working on my cucumber, and the same thing with the cucumber. You want them to be pleasant on your fork. You don't want anything huge, okay? So you can be done in fours. You can slice your cucumber in four, or you can cut them just in little half moons. But again, you don't want any huge pieces of salad. Who wants to eat a gigantic piece of cucumber when you're trying to have a nice, fun conversation? Okay, so this is what I'm doing. See how little they are? And that's exactly how they're gonna go in the salad. Perfect little bites. All right, so the cucumbers are all nicely sliced. They're gonna add a really nice crunch to the salad. You can put a little less. I think it's a huge cucumber, but whatever. The next thing I'm gonna be working in is I'm gonna be working on the apples. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to slice into quarters, cut into quarters, remove the core because we don't want that. That is gonna go to my chickens. Okay, let me cut this. Just like this. And then again, I'm gonna be slicing into pieces similar to the cucumber, very similar. Because in the salad, you don't want something to be huge and other things to be very, very small. So I'm gonna be just cutting them each quarter into another half. So now we have 8 little pieces, and I'm gonna be slicing them into tiny little pieces just like this. But before I put them, aren't they cute? Honeycrisp is a favorite apple in my household. Granny Smith probably would work here as well, or any other apple, but something fresh and crisp and something seasonal. That's what it's all about. So let me just slice them all into little pieces, and before I put them all into the bowl over here, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of lemon juice to sort of help them to keep their color. Because you know how the apples oxidize so quickly? We don't want that to happen to our salad, okay? And especially if you're gonna be adding a salad dressing later. See, if I added the dressing right now, the apple cider in the vinegar would help to protect these apples. But I'm not putting the salad dressing right away because see, you can make this salad at home and then bring it to your friend's house or your family's house for dinner. And oh, I almost forgot. Wait a minute. Put it back in a pile. Put it back in a pile. Let me get some lemon juice out of this lemon, okay? And I'm just gonna be sprinkling some lemon juice just like this. And this my friends will help the lemon juice will help it from turning brown. Let me get a seed out. The seed fell in. Give me a minute. Ooh, stay here, buddy. All right, so this is gonna help my apples to keep its color, okay? I'm gonna do the same thing with the pears as well. You can use only one pear, but I'm gonna be using 2. Why? Because I really like pears in the salad. All right, I'm gonna be doing the same thing, just removing the core. The core is gonna go to the chickens. They will love it. And I'm gonna be slicing them as well, and I'm gonna be putting a little bit of lemon juice on them as well. All right, so I'm not gonna bore you. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all sliced up. All right, the Asian pear is cut up. A little bit more lemon juice on this guy, just a little bit, but that's really gonna help him. And it's gonna add a good acidity to the salad dressing as well. I don't think I have enough. Let me grab the second half. There it is. Now we have enough. Okay, so this is also gonna add to beautiful acidity to the salad dressing as well. All right, so everything goes here. So look at all these beautiful, fresh looking colors. And it's gonna look really nice on a Thanksgiving table. See, a lot of times Thanksgiving table has lots of casseroles and lots of baked kind of things and very rich and sweet things. This is gonna add a really nice, fresh bite to it. Right, next thing, I'm gonna be working on dates. And these are pitted dates already. And they can be added into your salad dressing, but I am going to cut them and slice them nice and thin into little chunks, and they're gonna be dispersed throughout the salad. And in a bite, you'll get a little surprise of little sweetness of the date. It's gonna be perfect. All right, so the dates go in here as well. Everything is gonna be mixed in nicely. But in the meantime, you guys hang around right here in the corner. Let me work on my next item, and that is pomegranate. So I'm just gonna, let me slice off the top. Beautiful pomegranate. And I don't need a lot, so let me just cut. Oh, I need to cut a little wedge out of it so I can take the seeds out. As far as the pomegranate, how much to use of a pomegranate? I think it should be totally to taste. I'm gonna put as much as I want to, because first of all, I love this beautiful color. So this will work beautifully, not just for Thanksgiving, but also for your Christmas and New Year table. And all I'm doing is just taking this beautiful fresh kernels of pomegranate and sprinkling them right inside. Okay, I want them to keep their shape. I don't want them to, oops, this fell in. I don't want them to get this mushed. I want them to stay whole, just like that. Let's work on a salad dressing. I'm going to be making everything in a jar. I think it's the easiest way, as long as my little whisk can fit, and my whisk can fit in here. All right, so these are the ingredients we're going to be needing for the salad dressing. I'm going to use only 1 clove of garlic, and I'm going to actually crush it right into the jar, just like this. Not a lot, because you want to get a little bit of a flavor, but you don't want it to scare you in the face. Of course, if you like, you can use more, but I'm not going to. Then to that, I'm going to be putting a teaspoon, sorry. A teaspoon of Dijon mustard. A teaspoon of Dijon mustard, okay? Then I'm also going to be adding a little bit of apple cider vinegar. How much? Probably, I'm eyeballing it, but probably 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Not too much, because remember, we already had some lemon juice in here. Also, I'm going to be adding the aminos liquid, but you may use soy sauce. How much? Where's my tablespoon? I'm going to be using only 1 tablespoon of aminos. It's going to go in here, okay? Then I'm going to be using honey. I'm going to be using honey. How much of honey? I'm going to be using 2 teaspoons. You know what? Let me grab a bigger spoon so I can reach, because it's at the bottom of the jar. 2 teaspoons of honey. And it's honey from last year, so it's already crystallizing a little bit, but it's okay. It's all going to be broken down, okay? What else? Obviously, we're going to be using some black pepper. How much? I don't know. It should be to taste. So I'm just going to be putting some in here, just a little bit, okay? And olive oil. So let me put the olive oil in here. How much olive oil? Also about 1/4 cup, maybe a little bit more. All right, let me just pour probably 1/3 cup. Okay, let's stir everything together. And the reason why I'm using a whisk is because the honey is crystallizing. If this honey was liquid, you would have no problem mixing with everything. But because my honey is crystallizing, I'm just gonna use a whisk a little bit. Just whisk it around. And guess what? This is in a jar, my friends. This is in a jar. So I'm gonna put a cover on and I'm gonna shake this, and it's gonna make a beautiful vinaigrette salad dressing that you can take with you. So you have your salad ready, pretty much, almost ready. And my salad dressing is ready as well. And you can just wrap this up and bring a jar with you. Okay, so let me just give it a taste. Make sure that I have enough of everything. Hold on a minute. Let me just give it a taste. Oh, it's perfect. I think it's perfect. I do get a hint of a little bit of garlic, but not too much. I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect acidity and everything else. Okay, next, we need to finish this salad off. Well, let's stir everything together, okay? Everything has to be stirred up together. And I have these cool spoons and a fork, the salad utensils that I got from an Amish country when I went to visit Pennsylvania. So we're just gonna stir everything together. I should have used a bigger bowl. And we're gonna put our toppings. Remember the beautiful cranberries and candied pecans? They're gonna go on top, and they're gonna just bring that festivity to the surface, and it's gonna just complete the picture, and it's gonna be absolutely beautiful, slightly sweet, lots of beautiful flavor punch of all of these ingredients for Thanksgiving table salad. Okay, let's do the little decoration, but they also add a really nice crunch to the salad as well. Okay, how much? I don't know. This is probably about 1/3 of a cup. And same thing with sweetened dried cranberries. They add a really nice color, little sweetness, little tartness, probably about 1/4 of a cup. But you guys should always gauge by the size of your dish and how much you're making. This is why, you know, cooking is not exact science. It's more about flavors. It's about the presentation. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, it's time to serve the salad to my family. Ooh. Flying away from me. So I'm just gonna dress it all the way around. Okay, beautiful salad dressing. And toss it lightly. And that's it, my friends. And this beautiful and fragrant, very light yet very delicious salad dressing, salad is ready for Thanksgiving table. So friends, I hope you are encouraged to make something not heavy and oily and buttery things, but also light and delicious. Let me give it a taste. Hold on a second. Let me grab a fork. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of pieces and give it a taste. Delicious. Delicious. Friends, I encourage you to make this. Really, really good. Your friends and family will love it. On this note, friends, be encouraged and try something new.